Welcome back to the video. So in this video we are going to see how to do the error handling using JavaScript in Node.js. And in the previous video we have made register login and get user controller, means to register the user, login the user and get the user data. We also made middlewares, and these are the routes, and this is a root router, and this is a startup file index.js we have made in the previous video. So these are the Postman testing we have done. So अभी तक आपने हाउ टू मेक ऑथेंटिकेशन इन Node.js का वीडियो नहीं देखा है तो आप उसका लिंक आपको हमारे डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगा। तो प्रीवियस वीडियो में हमने ऑथेंटिकेशन सिस्टम बना लिया था, रजिस्टर लॉगिन एंड गेट यूज़र and middleware for authorized user to login. So let's make some changes in register controller. If there no user exists, means there if the user is already exist, then the response will be get as user already exists. So use Prisma client user.find first, where email should be user.email, means if their email found, then user already exist. Then we will return the response if there already exist, then return response.json user already exist. Now see, if we hit, we get user already exist. अभी हम एरर हैंडलिंग देखेंगे. टू मेक द एरर हैंडलिंग we have to make one folder exceptions, and in a folder we have add one file root.js. So let's export class and http exception class name, and it extends the error. And let's first initialize the constructor with message, and error code, status code and errors. And after that call the super method. In a super method there should be the message, and then you have to call one by one. This dot message equal to message, this dot error code is equal to error code, and status code and errors as well. So let's finish it. Okay, we have finished. Now we have to define the error codes. Means here error code should be here. We have to export const and error handlers, error codes, and it should be if there is user not found or user not exist, we can define error codes here. The error code should be we can give any number for error codes. So first let's take user not found. Yes, so for user not found, let's go give the error code as 1001. Similarly we can define the other error codes. For user already exist, we give as 1002, and let's give for all fields required. And we will give it as 1003 for error code to the all fields required. And now let's add for unauthorized. For unauthorized, let's give as 1004, and let's define two more error codes for internal server error. As 2001, and for unprocessable entity, that is for global error handler for Zod, as 2002. And you can add here other error codes also that you will require in your to handle the errors. Okay, so to use this, let's first create one not found.js for not found structure. Let's export and class not found exception, and it should extends our we have extend should be http exception that we have previously export from root.js. And here first we have to initialize the constructor, and in a constructor should be message, error code, and status code and all. And after that, let's call the super method, and in a super method that should be the we take as message, error code, and give the status code for not found as 404, and error should take as null. Okay, not errors, as null. Okay, let's save it. Okay, now create one more exception for bad request, means not found or something, means already exist, or let's copy it same here. Let's change the name for it. Let's take bad request exception, and change the error code for bad request 400. Similarly, you can make for others as well exceptions what you have to give in your code. Let's take for unauthorized. If user is unauthorized, for unauthorized let's copy as same, and give unauthorized exception, means user is unauthorized, then this exception will get, means our error should be properly handled. And now change the error code for 401 for unauthorized. Now let's add one more error handler file. From here we will handle our errors. Let's export const error handler, and for this for Zod error, import Zod error from Zod, and export const error handler is equal to method. Let's take method and initiate the function, and in a function return async should be, and request response next. and after that next, and inside it let's use try catch. So try catch for error handling. So if let's initiate the exception. No, here before that await call method and request response and next, and in a catch let's take a exception, let exception define it, and so first if there is exception is an instance of HTTP exception that we have used, then exception should be error. Let's take exception should be error. Okay, and after that if else if take if it should be the instance of Zod error, then return then exception should be new unprocessable entity exception. So we have not added in exception, so let's add it for unauthorized unprocessable entity exception. And so now go to exceptions and add new file for unprocessable entity exception and copy same as here, and let's change the exception name as unprocessable entity exception, and we have to change the error code to 422 after that 422. Okay, and after that let's go to error handler and add unprocessable entity exception, and let's call it. It means the message should be unprocessable entity, and yes, and error code should be error codes dot unprocessable entity. They define in error previously we have defined in root.js. Yes, so let's do it, and after that there is else if exception is equal to for internal server error. So we have not added exception for internal server error, so let's add it. Add new file internal error server.js. Okay, let's copy same as here, and let's change the exception name as internal server exception, and change the error code for 500. Let's save it and go to error handler file and add internal server exception, and after that in a message should be internal server error, and error code should be error codes dot internal server, the we have defined previously internal server error. Okay, so it was finished, and go to the next controller, we add next exception, next middleware controller. Now after that error handler file is finished. Now we have to add a global error handler, so for that we have to add here global error handler. So export const and global error handler name of the function, and error we will take argument as error request response next, and in it let's check the status code as error.status code, or you take as 500. Now let's return the response dot status code and .json, and in a JSON take status should be false and message error.message and or should be internal server error, and add error code as error.error code, or take it at null. Also add errors. Errors should be error.errors, and or take is at null. Okay, and so global error handler is finished. Let's format it and let's save it. Okay, so next we have to add this global error handler in start file using app.use and global error handler we have to use for globally. Okay, then after that go to the controller, and for first we take register and do the error handling in register controller. First let's remove it. If there should be no name, email or password, anything there is not, for that add it using next, return and next, and new, and bad request exception, and message should be or fields are required, and then add the error code. Error code dot all fields are required. Save it and go to the down. So here go to down, it is right already exist, and if user already exist we have to add here error handling, return next, and that should be the new. Let's add bad request exception, and user already exist, and error codes dot and user already exist. Okay, so next the register controller we have handle the proper error handling in it. So after that go to the Postman and check whether it is working or not. Yes, for user already exist working. So with that we have added error handling for it from here. Let's send again, check, it's working. So now do some changes. Let's remove it. See, all fields are required, means we have not entered the name, so it's showing all fields are required. Now do one thing, change the email for registration. So this email is already exist, so check, let's change. Now send. See, user registered successfully and it's working. Okay, now register handling has done. Now we have to check for login as well. For that we have to add the error handler in login as well. So for that all fields are required. So from copy same as above from register controller, copy it and paste in it. If no email and password found, then all fields are required. Anything else, so go down and check if there should be no user not found. So here I have to add the error handling, so return next and so new, and now here I have to add the not found exception. Not found exception, and there should be the message should be user not found. And error codes dot user not found. Okay, now done it, and add for, so go down and so is password correct. So here if not password correct, let's change it, add the error handling in it. Return next new, and here should be the bad request exception for invalid password. So message should be invalid password and error code should be error codes dot invalid password. So there should be no invalid password, so let's add in error codes. Yes, so we have added invalid password and error code should be 1005. After that let's add error codes dot invalid password. So yes, so we have done the login controller as well. So let's check it, send the request, yes it's working. Let's change the email and let's send the request. Yes, so next is not, so there should be some error, so we have to add next in a login controller. Let's request response and next, and save it and go to the again Postman and let's check it. So yes, so invalid password, so it's working, the error code is coming invalid password. Okay, so let's change the user not found. If we change the email and for password, yes working. Yes, so login is also working. So now we have to do for get user. So before that handle the error handling in middleware as well. So let's token, if there should be not of token, and handle the error handling in it. So return should be next, return next and new. And here we have to add as unauthorized exception, and inside it you have to pass a message as unauthorized, and error code should be error codes dot unauthorized. Let's save it and copy same as below for unauthorized exception. Yes, so save it. So there's some error, let's check it. Yes, so add .js as we have type as module, so let's add js. Okay, the error has gone, server is running. After that let's go to controller and go in get user controller for, so we have created. After that there should be incomplete, so there should be if there should be no user, then return should be not found exception as user not found, and add the error code as user not found. Okay, let's correct it. Error, so there is curly bracket should be so let's add a curly braces here. Okay, the error is gone. So let's do the error handling. After that, after doing it, let's check it. So it's working unauthorized, so error code is working. So let's go to the login and take a token from it. And after that let's check it in error get user controller and let's send it. So it's working, user retrieve successfully, so our code is working successfully. Error handling is also working successfully here for get user as well. So yes, for login is working. If not, unauthorized, token is wrong, and if token is correct, then user retrieve successfully. Now we have also add global error handler. So to add the global error handler, so let's see, check if you are not added. So like this the response has come, message. So for to avoid this, we have to add global error handler. So go to it, here error should be errors, and so there should be some issue in our code. There is exception instance of HTTP exception, here should be error, and here also should be error. Okay, let's save it. And after that, yes, in routes we have to add the global error handler. So name is error handler, so we have to add it in both register, login and get user controller. So let's copy same as in login and get user. Let's save it. Yes, so now it should be work. So let's go to the Postman and check. See, it's working. Unprocessable entity name should be not there. Yes, so it's working now. See, let's check. Yes, it's working. Unprocessable entity, yes. Global error handler is also working. So in this way you can do the error handling in Node.js using JavaScript. So we have done the authentication system with error handling using JavaScript, and you will get all of these codes in video description. So here the video ends.